Today we will be starting our playthrough on Darkest Dungeon, put out by Red Hook, if I recall correctly. Excuse me. But yeah, we're starting that playthrough today, but they just put out a new expansion for the game called Crimson Court. So we'll be running through and taking advantage of all of the new stuff in the expansion for the first time.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
So as you can see, not exactly a happy game. Horrible things will happen, and I love this disclaimer they put at the beginning. Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die. When they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. It's kind of always on an Iron Man run. The game expects a lot out of you. How far will you push? So we're going to find out and see just how far.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside. Leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
All right, now they kind of keyed on one of the big things with Darkest Dungeon. One of the reasons I like it, it's very much got a dungeon delving D&D kind of feel to it. But sanity is a factor. It is very kind of Call of Cthulhu in that respect. So you do take stress damage as things happen in combat. And when your stress hits 100, something happens. You hit a breaking point, and you get either a positive benefit, or more often, you get a negative benefit for being incredibly stressed out. And when you hit 200 stress, that's essentially your maximum upper limit. When you hit that 200, it puts you on death's door. And death's door is the way that they handle death in this game, which I think is also very cool, is when you hit 0 hit points, you don't actually
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
when you hit 0 hit points, you actually get
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
or you get big penalties to all of this stuff. And then there's a chance that anytime you take damage, after that, you die.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Death's door buff, and you gain a mortality meter. So because you're so close to dying, you have some fraction of that original debuff that you maintain with you for the remainder of the quest.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Top here we have our torch, which has its own meter. Torch does wind down anytime we're moving or in combat. So if I'm standing still, it's not going anywhere. That's the good news. Depending on the torch, it will modify both our
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
But as the torch goes down, it'll also give a chance for stronger enemies and more loot. So if you're looking for a lot of loot, let that wind down. It's down the bottom right, down here, where all my enemies are. So hover over an enemy against their stats. They're pretty resistant to stun. Over time.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
gold, which helps us with buying things. Crests. We're going to continue because there's a chest right here. We're not opening the chest. Didn't get anything out of it. After we finish a quest, preferably a victorious quest, anything we've collected gets turned into gold. So any food we have left over, torches, all that kind of stuff. Heirlooms we pull out. So Raynol and Disma, both now level 1. And we've got an early riser quirk. It's a positive quirk +2 speed. The torch is above 75. Not a quirk you'll probably get a chance to take advantage of very often, to be honest.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So, quest goals, we got tons of goals here. A lot of different areas, lots of explorer bosses. And this is our town. This is our little hamlet. So we're gonna start over here at the stagecoach. Recruit some new heroes.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
And then these are the full list of places, and upgrade them using our memoirs down here. So we've got... Excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. So we can increase the number of heroes available here. We can also upgrade our barracks, which increases the size of our roster. Right now it's 9. Definitely think that upgrading that 12 is a positive benefit. We'll see right away.
Most will end up here,
Graveyard, obviously.
covered in the poisoned
Our
earth,
growing number of heroes.
awaiting merciful oblivion. In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Explore things and defeat different monsters. We'll get different narrated bits telling us what exactly happened here with my ancestor. So we'll figure that as we get there. But that's all we've got right now. The rest of the town is still kind of in pieces. So
A mecca of madness and morbidity.
this is going to show us the different areas.
Your
we
work
go to,
begins.
what progress we have there. Right now we just have the ruins and the darkest. Obviously, the darkest dungeon, pretty big. It's got a level 6, and our guys are 1s and 0s. We're not going there. We're going to go to the ruins. So this one, we're looking to just scout. Our goal is to explore 90% of all the rooms here. It's a short adventure, so it should. We don't get any firewood. It's not planning to take us extra days. And as a reward, we get 3,000 gold, 4 crests, and a move stone. Which is kind of interesting. So moving is something you can do with it as well. So down here on the bottom, this is our actual party lineup from front to back. Position 1, 2, 3. So just kind of popping up our characters here a little bit so we can see what we're going to get. Each character has their quirks, and you get positive quirks. One is a warrior of light, and our advisor is also God-fearing, which limits what he can do for stress relief. And a kleptomaniac, interesting. And then every hero has a number of abilities. So you have your combat skills, and you can choose which ones you want active, any 4 at a time. We can change these mid-quest. You just can't do them in the middle of combat. So that's important. So we got those here. We also have camping skills. That'll take effect resistances. Real briefly, stun, blight, and disease obviously is the chance of resisting that debuff. Similar with bleed, the chance to resist that. The debuff resistance is actually a chance to resist an untyped debuff. So it's gonna be like, oh, you suffer like 10% less accuracy or something. That's a debuff. So that's your chance to resist that. Move is an effect where it actually moves your position from the group. So somebody hits Brainald and wants to push him back to the third position, and everybody else will shift forward. That's his chance to resist that. Trap is your ability to disarm a trap, which is obviously not super good. It's also your chance to resist a trap if a trap triggers against you. Diseases, particularly nasty things in most cases, and we can see those when we get to that point. Right now I'm just kind of seeing what all of our guys have for their combat skills. Got kind of the usual stuff on Dismas, our highwayman. Our noggin is actually really nice. This 2 Swede, also very nice. Let's see. Pistol shot, grape shot, blast. Shot, and main. No. Team skills, blight resist. Fear of Eldritch. And less damage on ranged skills. That one is really unfortunate because pretty much all of his stuff is ranged. So that's really too bad. But it's also okay because he doesn't really do any direct damage. So Plague Doctors do a lot of indirect stuff. His big one is going to be this Noxious Blast here. So it does Blight, which is kind of like a bleed effect. It's another DOT. That was 4 points per round for 3 rounds. That's pretty good. Plague Grenade and 2 back rows on the enemies, which is very nice. Battlefield Medicine, healing himself and somebody else, and curing that blight with the effects. And then disorienting is the stun effect, as well as curing the enemy group of any corpses. Vestal, Boisavon, let's see, Judgment, which is kind of one of her big go-tos, lets her damage any enemy and heal herself for a little bit. Dazzling Light is a stun effect, which is fairly useful. We'll see how often we use it. Really kind of situational. Divine Grace is the big one. It's the main heal effect that she has. She's kind of the main healer in the game that I know of. That's 3 to 5 foot healing. And then Illumination. Looks like it actually is a little bit of damage, which is kind of impressive. A little bit more light as well, and a dodge debuff. Very interesting. Actually, the way everything's set up, I think actually we're gonna move those 2 around. Alright, so what does our wrestle have for quirks? Bonus to Death Blow Resist, which is very nice. It's her chance of resisting the instant kill effect if she's on death's door, so that's very good. Extra stress in the cove, and she sucks at resisting disease. So all good things to know. So we've got our team. We are going to the ruins. Grab our
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold,
So,
later
based on
in blood.
having the group, different items will be automatically added in. We want obviously a little bit of food, and we want some torches. That's how we're going to light the place up. We can grab 5 torches. The ruins do have a need for some holy water, so we're going to grab 1 more of those. And just because you never know, I'm going to grab some medicinal herbs. No, not. Bandage. So obviously bandage good for stopping bleeding. Anti-venom uses to counter blight. Herbs generally kind of counters little debuffs if you do it ahead of time. It helps give you a buff. Otherwise it's used to cleanse different items with find in the hallways. So we'll see what we find on our first adventure into the ruins. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. And 90% we're basically exploring at least 6. So we have our map. We have to click where we're going. Just gonna move right along. We got a free torch. It's nice. So we have already got actually a lot of stress over here on our side.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own. Another one falls. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Alright, so we had a shovel, always useful. Press this single. Good stuff, good stuff. Good thing we got a shovel.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
We didn't have a shovel there. We could clear it by hand. Take out a bunch of torchlight, and they'll usually. Sometimes. Great shot. That's everybody needs first. So it's not a lot of damage.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Otherwise, there will almost always be a force. For a Hellion only. We don't have a Hellion that doesn't apply to us. As nice as that would be. So we can go up. We can go right. Let's go up. Try and keep the light up. Just because we've got so much going on, there's really no reason not to. Also switch your party order back. So you want it. Alright, got a key, we got some busts. All good things.
Decisive pummeling. A death by inches. quickly the tide turns.
Heal.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Out of here.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Earning chest, let's use the key to unlock that. Hidden compartment, cool. So we actually got another key. And we got a journal page. Journal of Darius, the Highwayman. Rare are travelers on the roads this autumn, and rather than starve, I pressed my last coin into the hand of one who dealt in rumors and shadows. Ravens carried cryptic notes that there was a person, or persons, who was pledging coin for services best left unmentioned in a hamlet I had never heard of. I'm packing to leave immediately. So that'll get added to our list of goodies. And our light levels item actually scouts out the nearby stuff. So there's a curio down here with a room battle. See, there's some traps in the hallway. Curio on the other side. Keep it along. Since we saw and identified that there was a trap, we can actually see it. This is a chance to disarm it, I believe. Yeah, so this has a 90% chance of disarming that trap. God, he failed.
Watch your step.
That's a failure. Awesome. Because he is not doing good right now. Not having a good time. Keep on rolling.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in
So
blood.
that's one of the irritating things. Some of these quirks, they're frustrating because it'll force the person to take a chest before you get a chance to react to it. And something like this one, because he's got kleptomaniac, not only did he open it, he keeps them, and we don't get any of those things. Reynolds, you're a dick! Eat some food. Doesn't get a lot of health back, but necessary and causes a ton of stress if you don't eat. There's always something we want to make sure we have on hand. Along to what should be the last purchase that makes us explore.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Perched at the very precipice of oblivion. Disadvantage. Give them no quarter. fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Actually getting not always we have to shake off a stun or something like that. Get buff for a round that's more consistent. That same thing.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I have this chest right here. Right, bunch of stuff. Deeds. Lots of heirlooms. Good stuff. So we are successful. First trip into the ruins. All of our treasure, gold, and all the other stuff. Six busts, 2 beads. This is now on guard. More like they act first on the first round. Finally, ruins adventure. So, natural swing. I don't know what the chances
In
are
truth, I
of
cannot tell how much time has
Um,
passed since I sent that
know it's
letter.
definitely more likely you get a negative quirk if you are unsuccessful in the quest, but I don't know what the odds are. I know it's not a guaranteed thing. So we have week 2, Tavern and the Abbey are now unlocked. Very nice. You can see how our quest went successfully exploring the ruins. It's as advanced up to
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
with the tavern.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight.
Storing stress.
The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Yeah, we get another highway. And Chester. Similar skills, couple different ones. This one's got Duelist Advance, which is a movement one. Moves in forward with 1 space and activates riposte. It will automatically counter. It's very cool. Jester is a very interesting class. It's very much a kind of like a party buff class. So his different things are just they're super weird. Ways it works. So Battle Ballad is a big one. Solo really just helps himself, which is fine. It works into Finale, which he doesn't actually have. So that's what that we care about. But Slice Off is nice. It's a single target, does good bleed. You get Harvest, which hits the 2 guys in the middle, decent bleed. Lots of big stuff going on.
Ye will be laughing still at the end.
Poison on over here. Poison, you can see it costs money too. So getting stress relief, not cheap. There's things we can do to make it cheaper. Namely, upgrading each of these things. But yeah, they are not cheap things to enjoy. Well, for items, we got this move stone. So increases our resistance to move. Also lowers speed. I'd say we would be okay with that. one successful thing in the runes opens up some more options. And this is normally how it is. You have different options for what kind of quest you want. So you can have another exploration quest. 90% of rooms. That one gets us some sturdy greaves. We got this one here that actually requires 2 days, so it's probably a much bigger area because we get a campfire in there. So it'll be 1 day of camping. Gets us a book of rage. Interesting. And then we have 2 that are completing all the room battles. This one is a short one. This one is a medium. Gets us some bloody herbs. Skills. Oh, he's got incision. Supposed to be literally right up there. I'm gonna say that's really not worth it. So either one of these short ones is the way to go. One gets us crest, the other one gets this. We're gonna do this one. These guys placed. Laudanum helps remove horror. It's another DOT effect that they added on the expansion here. Turn down game volume a little. Something like that. Yeah, so horror is another DOT effect they added. It basically, instead of doing damage, it does stress, which is super deadly because you usually don't think about it until after it's hit you and it hurts a lot. There we go. Much better. Let's see, we are still in the ruins, so a second holy water is probably not a bad idea. And away we go to the dark places.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar.
Hero panel,
Now,
that already.
foreign.
That's kind of a stupid layout for this floor. Got a quirk. -1. Negative 15% damage on the first round. Well, good thing he doesn't do much damage, right? God, not helpful. I'm surprised that's definitely going to be in our advantage. Huzzah.
A decisive pummeling.
Obviously, it's really hard to bleed a skeleton, so they have 200% bleed resistance, because they don't bleed. Bastards. Down.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Just the bony defender. As you can see on his stats, he's got a protection value of 25%, which means that he automatically blocks or absorbs 25% of the damage I do, so it's kind of like an armor rating. Really irritating. One of those things, you know what? Like, bleeding is great against you.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
You really need wanted to, always light them with our plague doctor. Just don't have that option. Let's find some things to kill. That's really probably not the best way to look at things. Uh-oh. Oh, guys, we got 2 brawlers, the madman, and all these guys are humans, so they bleed just. I like the idea of everybody bleeding. Sounds like a good idea. Wow. How'd you miss both? What kind of garbage are you playing at? You get, like, envy. There you go. There's all. It's over 4 rounds. It takes 3 stress damage automatically every round. Nasty.
A death by inches. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Like that. Between the bleed and the blight, you'll die if you take the next action. We'll let that naturally.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Hey, that use it. Webbers, spitters. Webbers. I got to rearrange the party. Room. It does happen. It's very unfortunate that it happens. But it does.
Begone, fiend.
So some creatures don't need corpses. These are one of the ones that don't need corpses. They're considered kind of, well, I'm going to say mini bosses, but that's not a thing, because there are actual mini bosses. They're like mini enemies. They're not considered friendly, I guess. Pests. That's what you call them, pests. Damn dirty webs. You're gonna spit on me
Death
too?
waits for the slightest lapse in concentration. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Nasty stuff. So that's pretty good. We need to go back up. There's no other way to go. Yeah, it is. I don't know who they got to do the voice acting for the a narrator in here. He does a fantastic job. He hits just that right level of haunting and disturbing. Alrighty, let's see. Got at least 5 rooms. Ignore that one. And I'm gonna. If anything to catch, we're gonna run into. Don't do it, dude. See where is this? The bleed effect. Biggest thing we're gonna run into is that I don't really have a consistent healer. The only healing we even have is battlefield medicine, which is not necessarily meant to the heals. It's just that it's gonna take care of any bleeding or light damage that I've got going on.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Would have been nice to see it ahead of time. Don't have any good scouts for the party though, so stack of books. Ooh, a lot of stress. He's getting stressed out.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
I'll say. Wow, we've been lucking out. There's been nothing in these 3 rooms back to back and no combat, so pretty positive I'm gonna get boned here pretty quick. In fact, I'm gonna eat a little bit just because I want Randall to be able to survive more than one shot. Nice, got some valuables. Valuables. Surprise, which is the big one. There's many positive benefits as we can manage.
Executed with impunity.
There we go. It's close sometimes. It's gonna stress you out because it stresses out the party. So much stress.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Hey, we get a scout in the last room. Alright, so we got a curio and a trap in the hallway, and then there's a room battle. Open the confession booth with a key? No? Maybe it needs some medicinal herbs. Holy water? There we go. Hey, remove stress. I should have had the witch doctor do it. Oh god. Alright, don't suck this time. There we go. Ugh, it's getting dark. Getting dark, don't like it. Both of those guys. Get out of here.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Another journal page. We're not done. There's an heirloom chest here. Alright, so let's check out this page. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal. These dark caves drip with an overabundance of humidity, beyond my threshold of comfort. I nearly broke my ankle on the rocks made slick with some ubiquitous slime. The pools stir and slosh with no visible cause, and the shadows beyond torchlight seem to grow and shrink of their own accord. It's appropriately, moody.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
Another good run. Still level 1 right now, but one more mission, so we're getting +2 resolve on a success. One more, that's going to bump him up to level 2. Okay, it's Nymphomania. Nice. So he has extra stress if you go to the brothel. Naturally. Glenville, quick reflexes, more speed, always good. Pointel, more damage if the torch is high. So far, so good.
Though long years may seek to separate them, action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
New courtyard quest. The guild and the blacksmith are unlocked. The wield is unlocked. Just a new area. Let's see. Voice one has achieved enlightenment. Will only meditate for stress relief. Fantastic. Dismas went on a drunken bender and hasn't been seen since the previous evening. Recovered a lot of stress. That's good, right? He's just lost because he's like drunk. Got 2 more plague doctors. One other plague doctor. Give me some options.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Our weapons and equipment and things. Smithing for armor. Furnace reduces the cost.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Looks like a pretty, reasonable upgrade. So from a battered longsword to a standard one, 1 more base damage, 2 more on the max damage, and then the base crit chance goes up by 0.5%. So pretty good. Pretty good stuff right there is what that is. And then we got the guild.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
New abilities. Very useful. So let's start by bringing Jester in here and teaching him finale because he's got these other ones. Jeez. He's such a mover. I feel we should really have other things going on for him too. Let's give him points like anybody else's base.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Do you have any hindering you in terms of stress? No. Okay. And you will also go to the bar. Items we got the greaves, but that's for an arbalist that we don't have. So let's see what this courtyard thing is. Let's see, we're in the hives. Anyone afflicted with a plague of winged pests, break the swamp into the courtyard and towards their monstrous colonies. Gives us a Baron's invitation. And a Master's essence for its query. Wow. That's awesome, actually. Yeah, we're gonna go do that. That looks awesome. Yeah, those things. All that. Short quest. Shouldn't take long. Pitch soak torch, which will be used for the hives. Probably 8 torches. I'm gonna say 10 food, just in case we need a little extra. I don't know what's going on here, so we're gonna take some bandages too, because you never know.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
Moody.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Where I'm going. That's kind of cool and creepy. Bloodlight. What is bloodlight? So I can use a torch to just give myself one of accuracy for the next battle. That's really weird. So the courtyard is part of the new DLC. It's all kind of crazy. I'm expecting to find weird stuff here. Spirits command you to move a weird bloody corpse. Okay, that's only a little creepy. Whoa! What the hell is that? Manservant. Really looks like a duck. Bloodsucker. Okay. And a supplicant. Okay, well I don't want anything to do with either one of you guys. Bleed quite well. Come on, you have protection.
The ground quakes.
Guard on the supplicant.
is the weapon that cuts on its own. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's get finale in there. So, Dirk moves him forward. Use it for the cover. Spent money on it.
Well struck.
That's rather unpleasant.
A death by inches.
All likelihood, our investors are probably just going to be doing a lot of sneaking. Skin bags. Moves forward. These bags are
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
50% damage on the finale. Still got the big buff. She's dancing around back there.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Stock supply of any collected bottles of the blood contained at the estate will be added to the provisions of parties. So that's one. Oh, he was still late. So. That's a long hallway, dude. It's a long walk. I already don't like it. Just her alone, you bastards.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Obliterated. Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud. Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh
so much stress.
and indefatigable purpose.
That should be the second nest that we're going to take out. Those little maggots.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
No, don't. You're the nester.
Slowly,
So the next bit of stress he
gently.
gets.
This is how a life is taken. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So one of the nice things with the crit is it will automatically restore a little bit of stress. Oh yeah, I try to stop myself from talking when I hear the narrator. So that's in this case an expected thing. Damn it. Oh, what is that? Come on. We're gonna go right. It's the shortest hole. Freaks out. Ooh, I think it's a positive one.
Anger is power. Unleash it.
So he is virtuous. Just giving him plus 25% to his damage. Nice. It's also given, looks like, plus 25% to all resistances. That is awesome. It also lowered his stress down to 40. Okay. Very, very good. Whoa, those are some creepy looking ones. Carrion eaters. They bleed? They don't like to bleed.
Back to the pit.
Cruncha. Oh. Dick. Judgment is actually trying to heal himself. Heals for Wait, did he just change? He looks bigger.
A devastating blow. Their
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Seriously, is that near the chain? Near the anchor. Stronger.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We have no idea when this little escapade is going to end. There's 2 more nests floating around here somewhere. That's a creepy shrew. Some blood. Yay! Sweet. So we got a blight charm and a bag of marbles. I like the blight charm. That's good. Who needs blight resist? 50%. Gives her a little less dodging and a dodging range. No harm, no foul. Quest location. There we go. That's the direction. Gotta get through a ring battle to get there. Still really hard to get. I got myself cranked up.
Mutation. Unnatural and abhorrent.
I'm not sure why it is difficult to hear me. I will have to look into that. Whoa, he's got 109 hit points? I feel like this is a mini-boss. He might be really loud. They came down a little bit. Wow. There's vegetation that I don't really do any damage to. I think there's a very real possibility that I am not meant to be here right now.
The blood quickens. A hand's breadth
Yeah,
from becoming
we're running
unwound.
away. We are not meant to be here right now.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
I hit him. A little bleed, but he gets so much health. Like, that ain't happening, man.
As life ebbs,
Yeah.
terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Retreat failed. Try again.
A wise general cuts losses and regroups.
Yeah, we are abandoning our quest. That is not happening. I did try, and then I remembered that my party is a little bunch of little wieners.
Evil is timeless after
Oh,
all.
God. So we only got a fraction of the treasure that we grabbed. Jeez. Not fun. Intense craving for alcohol. Arnold. Bay is obsessed with material things. Hey, bonus to crit for ranged skills, which is very, very good for him.
A fresh irritant to some, A sanguine memory to me.
Stress reduction activities in town slightly less effective. Good to know. Let's see. Point Tilda developed a reliance on spirits, so now he will only drink if he's in town. Otherwise, he recovered a lot of stress. Dismas is back. Sanitarium is unlocked, as well as the Cove and the Warren. So we got pretty much all of our different areas that we can explore that have been unlocked. The Sanitarium is big because we can treat quirks and negative diseases. So we can take, for example, Boysavan. She's going to do something else because she's horribly stressed out. Let's say we want to get rid of the sickly quirk. We can select that, and for 5,000 gold, we can remove it. Goodbye. In this case, we're not doing that. And we have all of our areas unlocked. So we have the courtyard that we are not going to just yet, because holy cow, that kicked our butts. But we also have the ruins where we were. We have the Warrens, the Wheel, and the Cove. So more things that we can be doing on Tuesday when we pick things back up, as well as adding to our party and everything else. So thank you again for joining us. Again, this was our first stream here on the Crimson Court DLC for Darkest Dungeon. We'll be back again on Tuesday, so I will see you then. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Have a safe 4th of July weekend for those of you here in the United States. Those overseas, have a great week.